Okay, we're back with the heavy duty benches. Here we've got some more done. We've got the whole lower end done, ready for decking on here. And here's all the braces, 6x6s. This whole lower end's ready to go. Even this side over here where it drops down and there's a lower decking. Right here it steps down, and we got the lower decking coming over here. That's about 7 foot. Off of the end of that, it's about 7 foot to here. We're getting ready to cut the plywood to put on here for the lower decking. That has to go on first before you can start putting your braces on the upper part. And we'll have to take that decking and slide it in on an angle, and we cut out the holes for the 6x6s. But when it's all done, it'll look like this bench over here. This is an 8-foot bench. It's the same identical bench, except this one's 12 foot and then wraps around and goes another 7 foot. These heavy duty benches are sturdy enough you could stand on them or use them as a dance floor and dance on them. We'll show you that later, dancing on them. Okay, here we go. We're getting ready to cut the first piece of plywood for the lower decking on the first bench.
It didn't work.
Damn it. Okay, we bought this new straight edge to cut the length of a piece of plywood 8-foot length. And this bar, you put your saw up against it and you just follow with it. Well, we found out when you're cutting, it's clamped on either end, but the center of it bows up. So somebody's gonna have to hold this center down when the saw goes by, so it'll stay on track and stay on the line. So now we're gonna back it up and restart it. Make sure it stays on the line.
Ready?
Yep. And there it is. That solved the problem. So the center, when you're using this, the center, if it raises up and that saw gets up under there, then it comes off the line. So now we know when we cut the lengths on these, we gotta somehow figure out holding the center down. So that piece is cut then. Okay, here we are. We're gonna drill the holes in the corners of the hold on. We're drilling out the holes in the corners of where the 6x6 is gonna come through. And then we're gonna cut it with a jigsaw. And we cut it out for the 6x6 posts and left it all intact. So it'll just go around and slide down on the Okay, all 3 holes are cut out with a DeWalt cordless jigsaw. And it's ready to go in and try and fit it in there. Cut out by our friendly neighborhood carpenter, Kevin.
Get up close here.
Okay, it's all the way on there. It's on there permanent now. Heavy duty benches. Okay, we're done for today. Working on the benches. We finished the lower halves of them. They're completely done on the lower ends. Next, we'll work on the upper parts. You'll start putting the runner boards on, then all the bracing in there, and then put the decking on the top. Then they'll be done. And we'll film it at intervals of where we're at, different intervals, and we'll show you where we're at with it. Then after this bench is done, like this one is completed for storage. We need to get organized here. Then up here, we're going to start in on heavy duty shelving up above the heavy duty bench, so we can get organized here, because we have a little bit of a mess over here that we need to clean up so we can get to these old muscle cars and start working on them. We get organized and dig these cars out, we're going to start working on them. Old muscle cars and old vintage trucks. And we're finally going to get organized. Right, Debbie?
Right, we need to get organized.
About time. It's only been how many years?
14 years?
Okay. You heard it. We're getting organized. Finally in our lives, we're going to get organized. But on these benches here, if you got any questions, just leave it in the comments and we'll answer whatever questions you might have on them. And one thing on this decking, the 4x8 sheets of decking, we bought this new tool here. That slide, you hook it up and then you latch it onto the plywood and you can make a nice straight cut with your circular saw. You can make the length cut and the width cut with it. It's 2 pieces for the length cut, and then you take it apart and use only half of it for the width cut. And that's Bora is the brand name of it. Got it at good old Menards, but it really works good. We like it. Okay, until next time, we'll check back in with you when we get further on the benches. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like it, and we'll see you later.